Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Matt Vigneri.
Well, good morning and welcome to Kenshu's K in the Park, the second annual K in the Park. First of all, I'm Matt Vigneri. I promise I'll probably have the purple beard a little bit later. I'm the managing director for Kenshu EMEA, based here in London, and I want to welcome you all to this event. Before I do that, some quick health and safety, and let's get those bits out of the way. Toilets there. It's going to be hot today, so please stay hydrated. There's plenty of water stations. If you're not feeling well, let somebody know. We'll toss you into the river. But more importantly, if there's an emergency, there's a big patch of grass behind us where there's alcohol and ice cream, so you'll be safe there. It was about a year ago, actually tomorrow it'll be a year anniversary of our first K in the Park, and we found this patch of grass near Waterloo Station, and we had these huge inflatable igloos, and it was something like 35 degrees. Inside the igloo it was 40. And we had 150 of our friends and guests with us, and it was just an amazing event. And Kenshu's a marketing technology company geared towards search, social, and e-commerce. And today's not about selling you on our products, although we do want you to use our products and services, of course. But today is really a different experience. We expect you to learn, network, share. Our speakers will come to you not about presentations about our products and the things to do, but actually learning about different ways to experience your individual careers as marketing experts. So sit back, relax, enjoy, visit the tents because our partners are out there. We're out there to show you some of the things that we're doing, but most importantly, get to know everyone around you. And in fact, before I get started, I promised myself I'd do this. There we go. Okay. Smile. You get a little closer back there. Cool. Thank you. Okay, so let's talk about the agenda a bit. So we're going to start the event today with Yoav, our CEO, who will come up to you and speak with some words of inspiration. Yoav actually stayed in central London last night and ran here this morning, so he's all ready to go. Then we're going to bring up an interesting speaker to talk to you about the future that demands us to be different, and I'll tell you a little bit more about James when he gets up here. And then we have a very, very interesting speaker, Claire Lomas, who will talk to you about finding your feet. And Claire has certainly found her feet, and you'll get to experience that, and just a wonderful discussion with Claire. And then something called Ready Advertiser One, which Shahar Erez, our CMO, will come up and speak to you about. We'll take a short break at that point. And then we've got a very interesting presentation from our publishing partners. I'll talk a little about the format later, but basically we've challenged them to do 20 slides in 20 seconds per slide, and hopefully not use lots of words on the slide. So it'll be very interesting. It's competitive. Last year, Bing blew the competition away. This year we'll see who wins the 20 in 20 contest. And then this afternoon, James will come back, talk to you a little bit more about turning ambition into achievement. And then a really interesting session on the School of Instagram. Why are the slides moving? There we go. Alex Hunter, who was with the Virgin Group, will talk to you about the art and science of wow. And then we get to cocktails and by Pinterest. And thank you, Pinterest, for sponsoring cocktails. I'm not moving the slides. They're moving on their own, but that's okay. Before we get started, I do want to thank our sponsors. Bing, our headline sponsor, thank you very much for supporting us here today. Google, Facebook, Yandex, the Oath Group with Yahoo, and Pinterest, of course. Without those sponsors, this event would be, well, not this event. So thank you for that. And we want you to go out and explore the tents that are out there. Facebook has got their Instagram area, Pinterest, and using the lens. I understand Bing's got a gin cart, so you can go to the Bing tent, get some gin, then go over to Google and get some ice cream, nitrogen ice cream, so that you can have a gin float. And then, of course, the Kenshu team will be out there as well to share some experiences with you. So we've also got some very interesting bands here today, because K in the Park would not be K in the Park if it wasn't a festival. So we've got 3 bands, and we've got a little preview.
Something right. All you girls in here, if you're feeling thirsty, come on, take a sip, because you know what I'm serving.
Cool. So enjoy the music today. Enjoy the presentations. This is all about learning, sharing, caring, and getting a little time away from the office in a great environment here at Ravens 8 Island. Thank you for being here at K in the Park. And please take advantage of every moment you're here to learn a little bit more about everything that's out there in the world. So without further ado, let's get our first presenter up here. He started this company with 2 other members of the founding team, Alon and Nir Cohen. In 2006, three guys got this crazy idea together that they could do search engine marketing better. Then they said they could do social marketing better, and then e-commerce marketing better. And so far it sounds like it's going really well. And he's athletically inclined. He's driven. He's a leader, a mentor of mine, and I just can't say enough kind words about the things that Yoav does for this company. So welcome to the stage, our CEO, Yoav.
It feels like paradise running through your bloody veins. You know it's love heading your way. If it feels like paradise running through your bloody veins, you know it's love.
I don't know what I'm going to do with Matt. We'll talk about that later. My name is Yoav. And yeah, indeed, we've started this company back then. And we had no clue what it's going to become. But we're having fun so far, so we're going to continue. First up, it's Jamil. It's not James. James was the athlete we had yesterday. Jamil is going to talk today to us about what it's like being an athlete. It's an exciting moment for us, a humbling moment. We keep on the day-to-day, but in very few cases, we take a moment to realize what this is about. And I know it's annoying, but I'm actually going to start with an ask. And you may decide to participate or not, it's okay, but I hope you're going to take it with you. And it's something I learned. My young kid, he got injured in his back from athletics. And we were going to this Pilates lesson. And the instructor taught me something that I today use as a way of living. So stand up or sit. Those that can stand, I think you should stand. Take a moment and close your eyes. And as you close, without changing anything, start examining yourself from the bottom up. Are you standing even on each of your legs? Don't move. Are you leaning forward or backward? Climb up. Think about the waist. Think about your belly, your back. Think about your shoulders. Think about your neck. And finally, the head. Now, without opening your eyes, try and correct yourself so that you are perfectly centered. Now open your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to K in the Park. This idea, you can sit down now. This idea of taking a moment and thinking without doing anything, but just thinking, realizing what needs to be done, these very little tweaks, is what makes a company either happen or fail. And if you want anything we do in life. So all of this was just to buy me some time. Michelle, where are you? Where's Michelle? She's taking care of stuff. So Michelle doesn't even know what I'm going to be talking about. Shachar, the Chief Marketing Officer, doesn't know. Matt doesn't know. I have no slides. I have no cheat sheets here, nothing. There is one slide at the end, kind of a thank you slide. But what I wanted to do is first, a good friend of mine once said, every presentation should start with a joke or a lie, and I couldn't think of anything, so it's really humbling and nice to stand here on the front stage and give you the first speech. But my talk, and I was hoping there is no psychologist in here, but then I saw that right after me there is, but this is a layman point of view to what memory is. So, what is a memory? Well, it's a network of neurons, we know that. It's the way by which we process, we encode, we retrieve information. Without this kind of information, without the past, we actually don't learn, we don't develop. We can't predict or do anything for the future. Without this, we don't have an identity. Now, the memory is built of many things. It's this system of information, you want to call it, but there is the sensory processor, which is kind of gathering what's around us, sensing, feeling, not yet sinking in, but just feelers, chemical reaction, physical reactions, all that. Then there is the short-term memory, sometimes called as the working memory. This translates what we sense into an experience. And then all of a sudden, something starts to happen. And it's the long-term memory that actually takes all that and package it in an amazing form. Categories, dimensions, tagging, whatever you want to call it, and stores it. Now, this long-term memory is explicit and implicit, sometimes called as declarative and non-declarative. And it can be semantic or episodic. Semantic being a singular kind of a thing, and episodic is part of a story. If you ask yourself, why it's so much easier to remember things as part of a story, this is why. This is how our brain is built. The declarative memory is where intent lies, or lack thereof. But this is the part in which there is consciousness. This is the most important part of our brain and our memory. The undeclarative part is the unconscious, instincts, irrational behaviors, all that sits there. Now, our memory, like anything in life, any one of us, is not perfect. It can easily be disrupted by different things. The amount of information, the amount of stimulation, over time there is decay, etc. And there is that delicate balance of, do you invest and train it so that you can use it to the utmost, or do you give it a rest? In the digital age, human race is changing. All of a sudden, we don't really need to remember much, yet we are far more stimulated than ever before. And we're trying to find our path of what that means, and you see the different generations are acting and behaving different. In Kenshu, we humbly think identity is the most important thing. Know who you are, know those around you, and, thrive by the past, strive for the future, for your goals, is what we tend to say. I want to finish with a blessing, something that I bless those dearest to me. And honestly speaking, I feel like being blessed by those. Some of them are not with us anymore. And that is that may life bless you with lots and lots and lots of memories, not things. Thank you very much.
Well, first, I also want to welcome our streaming audience. So we're live streaming around the world. I think we have like 3 or 4 million viewers, so that's good. We're going for 4.